Hi, this is Andrew Krug, the Global Community Manager for Niantic Labs, and you're listening to the Agent Academy podcast.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/agentacademy. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle or MP3 player. And now, welcome to the Agent Academy.
Downloading latest intel package. Welcome back. I was getting worried about you.
Agent Academy, episode number 32, recorded on August 22nd, 2018. I'm Agent GoonieGuy.
I'm Agent ZeliBeli.
And I'm Agent Soho.
And today on the show we have ops, AMAs, airports, badges, and so much more. So stick around and find out what's up. First off, let's see what everybody's been doing this week. Agent ZeliBeli?
I had an amazing experience. We had one of the local guys that, and I can't stress this enough, if you're playing and you're kind of playing like on your own, like get out and get in touch with your like local Ingress community people and get to know them and work together, because life is so much easier when you do that. We were talking to one of the local agents, and he is really good at multi-layer fielding. And so he came by one day, and there was about 10 of us that attended, and we had this projection screen, and he had the intel map up there, and he was using the whiteboard and showing us basically his walkthrough of how he starts to find an area and he starts to grow it, grow his triangles, no matter what's going on in the area. So it was really cool, really helped us out. And shout out to him. His name's Darth Triangle. He's amazing.
What up,
and
Darth Triangle?
Super nice. Like,
you are
very
not my
patient.
father. Triangle.
He's really patient, listened to all of our dumb questions and some of our smart ones too, and answered them. And it was nice because like he even admitted like some of the stuff he went over, it's just how to do layers and why, and standard stuff you could find YouTubes on. But because he was using the intel map in our area where we play, like we could ask him more specific questions about challenges we had with our maps, for the blue situation that we're dealing with. So that was really, really useful. So if you get in touch with some people that even though like those tutorials are out there on YouTube, a lot of times they show a perfect scenario, and you need to know what to do in your situation.
Right.
And more seasoned players are usually really happy to help you. So
yeah, and
that was one thing I did. Yeah.
Get the 411 about your area, about other players on the other faction, on the other faction, and also gives them kind of a warm fuzzy about you, and they'll want to reach out and get you to help out on stuff too. So it just gets more involved, and you'll probably meet some awesome people. So do it. I think that's great advice.
While I was trying to follow his advice and doing some multi-layer fielding, I did do this. I'll show you if it comes up. Maybe. I did. Let's see if you're looking at the YouTube or the video option of the show. I am showing my field that I made this week. I kind of grew it triangle by triangle, layer by layer. It's not ideal because the area I'm building in is actually not used much at all. So because there's a lack of portals in that area, but it's easy for me to get to. So I was practicing out there. And today I was going to grow it, throw another layer over all of it. And I was so excited. And there's this one little blue dot in the way, barely in the way. And it's linked. I look and it's up at the airport, and I'm like, okay, I can swing by the airport on my way to work because I drive that way on my commute. And I go through there and I realize the terminal, like where it's at, is like the closest I can get is the Delta drop off point. And so I'm using my 8 splash because 7 bursters, the splash won't hit it. And so because you had to like go into the airport, and you can't go into an airport without a, you know what I mean? You can't these days.
You didn't buy a ticket? Come on, where's the dedication?
No, I didn't buy a ticket. So I went through all of my level 8 bursters, all of them, emptied out everything I had, and I had it down. There were only 3 resonators on the last one, and one was just a sliver of health. And I'm thinking, well, maybe it'll just die, right? Like I'll wait a day, it'll tick down, and I can throw this tomorrow. I get home from work tonight and check the map. Someone went through and just some blue guy went through and just really beefed them all up again. I was foiled there.
By the old
airport problems. Yeah.
So is it something you can keep an eye on to see? Is it a player that like works at the airport or something?
I have no idea. It's a name I'm not
in.
familiar with. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's a big airport, right? So I mean, probably a lot of traffic.
Detroit.
In and out. Yeah.
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 So maybe someone else will blow it up.
Is that where it caused a bomb scare when I came?
I don't know if we should be talking about blowing up airports. So like we're gonna get like monitored.
No, we didn't blow it up. I just left a CPAP machine on a table.
Oh yeah.
And walked out, and they had
story?
to
Yeah.
I guess there's another podcast where we talk about that story.
Oh my god. You caused some grief at the airport.
Yeah. But
sir.
you saved the day. Saved the day. And what time was it? Like, I don't know. It was late.
2 a.m?
2 a.m. down at the airport looking through the or you called people and found it. And
people are kind of getting a half story here. Anyway, Brent has a CPAP machine. He has to sleep with it. He came up to Detroit.
I hold it with me.
He came up to Detroit to go to the Motor City Comic Con with us because he's awesome and just loves hanging out with me and my hubs and some friends around here. And I pick him up from the airport. We get home. We go out. We start hitting some restaurants and some adult beverages, and then we cooled off. We went to the movies, and then we came home. And I'm blowing up like his, stupid air mattress I make him sleep on when he comes
great air
visit.
mattress.
It was pretty good. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I don't have my CPAP machine." I'm like, "What?" And he realizes that he backtracks in his mind, realizes he left it at the airport. And I'm like, it's like 2 a.m. It's like, well, it's like 1 a.m. at this point. So I start calling and everyone's making fun of me. Like, you are not going to find, who's going to answer at 1 a.m. at the airport? I called, I don't even know how, people were even asking me, how'd you get this number? Because I was calling every number I could find. And finally, I forget the lady's name, but we were in love with her that night. Finally, she's like, "Oh yeah, it's here."
Yeah. Oh, they had to call people to, come get it.
The police had gone through it because it is a package full of wires and
tubes. I mean, it looks like a bomb. I mean, they're used to CPAP machines and they see that all the time, but still, what a perfect place to hide a bomb, right?
Well, now we're giving pro tips for other things, apparently. But we went, picked that up, and you were able to sleep soundly and not die at my house.
Yeah, that was good. Big bonus points there.
Yeah. It was going to ruin the whole weekend.
If he died.
Yeah.
Airport stories. It's a new podcast.
Airport problems. It's a new segment.
Well, what else did you do this fine week?
I think that's it. Just for updates in the game, I'm about halfway through 12, and my Sojourner started counting again. So I'm up to 36 days again.
Doing like a Count Dracula?
It is.
Two.
Yeah. When you let that thing drop, it is such a pain. So don't let it drop till you get that Onyx. That's my other tip of the day. Don't leave your CPAP at the airport.
That's a good pro tip there. Pro flying tip. And people, a lot of people are flying out to anomalies this week, so
true.
Just keep it tight, because the thing is, I stopped at just the next chair area to call y'all, and I put it down on the table while I was getting my phone and everything on the back, and it's not something I walk around with normally. So if you don't walk around, tie it to your other bags or something. Put your shoe on it. Do something so you don't leave crap around like morons like me. Anyway, so what about you, Mr. Agent Soho?
So I noticed that when I logged in today, like half the planet is like green and half of it's like blue, you know, with the little spinny globe. So there's a gigantic blue and green right next to each other over the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, so okay. So 2 weeks ago, I mentioned that I was trying to get my coworkers to actually download it, right? Or I was going to begin that, right? Because they always bring it up, like they bring it up, not me. So, but when it comes to like downloading it and getting it, they're like, well, you know, they're all like hesitant. So far I've heard that like, well, you know, we don't get it out much. We don't get around much and stuff. And in fact, it's kind of true. They're both from out of town. They just moved here, and they don't really know anybody. I mean, well, they don't know anybody. They just know people that work there with me. But I'm like, but you know, they go to some places, and I know for a fact that there's like portals where they go. You know, I'm like trying to kind of like tell them, hey, and then they're like, well, you know, then they do the whole like, well, I don't need another thing to be addicted to, and like, and see, they're not actually gamers. That's the thing. Like,
right.
They don't actually play anything. They don't play console, no PC games, no gaming at all. So to get them to play something that's, I don't know. I feel like I could probably use some kind of a tactic. I have
a tactic.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, how I sold it to people I work with was I sold it more like team building exercise, because we all work together, and I had read an article, which I wish I had paid attention to where, but I had read an article that said when coworkers go out, oftentimes all they do is vent about work. And so you think you're going to feel better, but all you do is actually lower your morale about work. But if you have a common interest that you all kind of focus on together, it keeps you more positively engaged with each other, and then you have a higher morale at work.
Ah, okay. I like that. Okay.
So I don't know if it'll work though, because most people are like, "So what?"
Let's go vent. I'd rather vent and drink. Let's do that.
They already have bad morale. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try that. I'll try anything really. I mean, they're not against it. That's the thing. They're right on the edge. They need to be sold on it. There needs to be one more little thing that they're like, oh, cool, like something to kind of excite them. And I was thinking, if I pull out the scanner a little more often, I think that might do it. Because honestly, I don't really like. We go to lunch at places where there's not portals. Like I need to take them to a place with a portal secretly. That way, I pull it out, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, showing them and stuff like that. Like that, I think that would be enough. So that'll be my homework. I'll let you know next week.
Firehouse subs.
Yeah, exactly. Firehouse subs is a great one. So I'll keep on that. Also, I've started my engineer campaign. So the thing is, I'm always full on my inventory. I mean, I'm always at 2,000. I'm constantly hacking and going, getting the error message that I have too many, and it's mainly because I have too many quantum capsules, like growing stuff, just a stupid amount, and I'm just always at my cap. So now I'm thinking, well, the stuff grows pretty fast. For the most part, I have like all rares and ultra rares and stuff like that. I mean, obviously it doesn't grow like crazy fast, but fast enough to where I'm constantly dumping stuff during the week. I'll dump 1 or 2 items here and there, and all I'm doing is I'm just collecting more, and they're all the rares and stuff, and very rares, in which I don't really use that much because they're rare, and I'm saving them for something. I don't know what. I'm constantly, when I'm shielding, do a drive-by shielding, I always go for the common. Well, now I'm gonna at least try for a new metal, and so I'm trying for a gold engineer badge, that's the deploy mods badge. I'm only at 3,000. I need 5,000 for gold, but that forces me to start just using all these mods, and I'm hoarding them. I have hundreds of like very rare in like what are they called now? Aegis shields and stuff. I have a huge cache of them. And I'm like, okay, so today I did it. I did a drive-by quantum, drive-by very rare. I don't care. I'm trying to get rid of this stuff. At least now I'm not wasting them. At least I'm going for a badge.
I'll trade you some common shields for some Aegises.
Oh my gosh, yeah, totally. Can I have all of them?
You have all of them? Yeah.
I'll give you junk. If you're just gonna toss them out there.
Right. So it's crazy. I'll give you some, Brent. I would give you some too, but you know,
it's a drive.
The whole distance thing.
But I can get to the airport. You fly there.
I'll bring the CPAP machine. We'll clear out the joint.
You could blow up that blue guy that's in my way.
The blue guy
with my CPAP. This just blows air in my face. That's all I
got. So anyway, that's about my week. Cause I'm just gonna be like doing. I'm gonna be very non-liberal with my items from now on because I want to make room, and there's no sense in like hoarding at all. Like in this game, it should be an even flow of stuff coming in and stuff going out. You know, you know. So
even flow.
It's like X-Lax. It's like a big old tall glass of X-Lax, right? Just. Coming in, going out.
Not some dude on X-Lax on the.
Just let it flow. Flow. Okay, so I'm done. Even flow. All right, so who's next?
Well,
GoonieGuy.
We've had a couple weeks. We missed last week, so there's kind of a lot happened. Was involved with a cool op that a good friend Butterfly created, and it was, as the layers and area and everything goes, we only had like under 20 agents that worked on this whole thing, and it was 22 layers. Ended up being around right under, I think, 22 million MU total. Got, I think, 2 Onyxes out of the group, and so it was great. It was a lot of fun. It was out in the middle of nowhere, and I had to actually hop on Butterfly's phone service because Sprint sucks bad. Like, other words I shouldn't say on the podcast. They suck horribly. Don't use them. So that led me, finally, I was out of contract and everything like last month, and I've been trying to figure out where to go. Like what, because I've had AT&T in the past, and they were always good. But I like the idea of Google's Project Fi. Anybody know? Fi? Fi. But I was always worried before because it's you pay for the gigs. Like, it's $10 a gig. And I was like, man, what happens if, like, I just use 20 gig when something goes crazy? But at some point they added in a, like, safeguard, so you can only go up to a certain amount. Like, so I think it's 6 gigs. Anything after 6 gigs, they don't charge you for. And if you don't use, like, say you only use 1 gig, well, they give you your money back. Or they only charge you for it now. They used to, like, pre-charge you and then give you money back. Anyway, I went with them, and part of it, I got a cheap phone from them, the Moto G6, and I was transferring all my crap from my old phone to this one, and it fell off my desk and the back cracked. Like, I'm talking 10 minutes after opening this out of the box. I haven't been using cases on phones for, like, I don't know, 4 years.
Oh my gosh.
And I have never, like, dropped and broken a phone. And I was just like, anyway, it still works. And I'm telling you, immediately going into the areas where Sprint just sucked, no problems. So if you're having problems with your service, and if it's Sprint, just leave them. I mean, I spent an hour on the phone with them when I was trying to, like, just find out what it would, like, make sure I didn't have anything on lease or anything, and, like, I could leave. And they're trying to keep you there, but after an hour, they were basically like, yeah, no, we can't do anything. See ya. And I'm like, okay. I wasn't going to stay. Like, there's nothing you could offer me. Sprint, nothing. Like, I don't know. Like, you pay me for the service, and then I'll get another service. That's about it.
I've only ever used AT&T because I get a discount with where I work, so I never bothered to look anywhere, and it never bothered me. Like, I've never been agitated with them, so.
Yeah, and I think AT&T is really good. Like, basically AT&T, Verizon, and the reason I like Project Fi is because they actually use, I think, 3 different networks. So, and that's why you have to have specific phones. So I couldn't like bring my iPhone over. I had to get one of their dual SIMs because it actually switches between the SIMs depending on where you are.
Oh, yeah.
So I figured, hey, no matter where I am, I should get the best signal, maybe. And I guess lastly is I got 2 badges this week. I finally got, first I got Connector Gold. So that was linking 5K portals.
Ooh.
And then the big one I got was Onyx Sojourner. So finally, I don't have to hack ever again.
You can quit. Yeah. That's the dream, right?
So I hate to tell you guys, but this is my last episode. I'm stepping down, quitting Ingress, moving on to Pokemon Go. Like, no, I'm just kidding. Not doing that. But anyway, I guess that's about it. Anything else?
Nope.
Situation report.
City, sit rep. Oh.
What is the linking thing that you talked about? The connector, right? So you just got gold, you said?
Yes.
Wow, I'm like kind of far away from that. I was just noticing. Anyway,
you got to connect stuff.
Got to connect. So speaking of connections,
yes,
that'd be a pretty cool segue. If there was something about connections that I was going to talk about, but unfortunately, no connections here. Just mission days. And NL 1331's coming to Nashville on November 3rd. Connect with that.
Nashville.
And so we could do that. Nashville.
Yeah, and there's more like events coming up, mission days and stuff, but this one is one we can go to because it's 2 hours away. And
man, that's cool. Okay, we're there. That's November 3rd.
November 3rd.
So we'll just say this early. Let me check on the date real quick. That's a Saturday. I mean, I don't see any reason why not to do that. So people make plans if y'all want to hang out, do anything. Anybody listening kind of close by or want to drive all the way across the world or swim? I don't know.
We'll leave a CPAP machine waiting for you.
Maybe you live in Antarctica. Maybe you want to thaw out for a little bit. Come down to Nashville. Whatever you got to do. Cool. I'm excited. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's connect with the with other people out there. Yeah, it's all about
at the mission day. And there's other ones coming up. Check events, so I don't have to read them all off. You're welcome.
It's impossible to read them all off. There's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot, and they're growing every day. Like I go here and I go, hey, there's new ones. There's more.
Yeah.
Is this anywhere I can drive to? Because I need to tick up my mission day badge.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatevs.
So we got that coming up, and what we just had also was Andrew Krug's The Kruginator. I'm sure he loves that. August AMA. The answers are now available. I think last time we were saying that it was about to happen, or it just happened. I think we always seem to catch it like right when it happens, and then the answers aren't out to Friday because he's been being a little more thorough on them.
Yeah.
Which is okay. It's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things in this one that I thought was cool was, did you see the one about, so Fred Espenscheid, and I'm probably totally butchered that. I Mick butchered it. But he asked, playgrounds are 5-star, but what about playgrounds inside fast food restaurants? And, I mean, around, at least down here in the South, I don't know how North is, but like McDonald's and Chick-fil-A's and probably some other ones, they just have these gargantuan like playgrounds inside and some outside, but they'll have them just inside where your kids just go in these tubes and there's balls that they land in, and maybe kids shouldn't go in these. It sounds scary. No. And so anyway, I think most people would think McDonald's that you shouldn't, 5-star that, right? I mean, like, what do y'all think about fast food joints?
I've been doing like OPR now for like no amount of time. So my opinion is that you're not portaling the restaurant, you're portaling the play set. And play sets are portable or portalable. Portalable?
I like that word.
Portalable.
No, I hate that word.
Portalable.
I'd like
that's hard.
But I might practice it. It's like glyphing.
I wouldn't give it a 5, but I wouldn't give it a 1 either. I would take more into consideration like what was in the description and what was like, is location accurate and stuff like that. Because it's one thing if they put the playscape or the the play set up there as the portal, but then have it in their backyard.
Right.
Like adjust the distance. But yeah.
Well, and that
I would say
along the lines of I think what Andrew said. He basically said like McDonald's play places, aren't they commercial entities? The OPR guide says, except if the candidate is in a park or community gathering place, falls under the criteria of public spaces that encourages walk-in exercise.
I think I passed, right? I passed the little test there.
Right, yeah. I think so. You got a gold star.
Awesome.
Well, now I'm reading this differently. See, I always like read these and then I go back and go, wait a second. Because he's saying, aren't they commercial entities? And then he's saying it says to accept if they're in a community gathering, public spaces. But I don't know. Like, could you go use a playground if you didn't? I don't know.
Oh, if you weren't a customer there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, there's portals all over Six Flags, and you got to be a customer to get in there. So it's not like
yeah. Well,
right.
To get in a lot of
Zoo.
So
Zoo and all that. Yeah.
Museums. Yeah.
I think I'm with you. It's a playground, and
I would also kind of take into consideration how portal dense is the area. If it's something that's really lacking and that's really all they have, I'm more likely to thumbs up it,
Give them the old thumbs up-a-roo.
Yeah.
I wonder if
I mean, certainly you could try, getting all of the different attractions in one of these play places, like the Hamburglar.
I thought you meant like each ball in the ball pit. Here's a red ball.
Yeah, like
here's the blue ball.
The grimace tree that you can climb or whatever, like every single thing, but not all of them are going to go through. Maybe one goes through, but none of the other ones should probably go because they're like 5 inches away. So it's like, but I'm on that side of the camp too. I think technically it checks all the boxes. It's public. It's a gathering place. It's a playground. It's everything that you would see in a park. It just has to be a customer, but we already proved that because like you can't go to the zoo without paying to enter.
It was when I did on OPR last week. It was in California on Disney property. So that's in a place, and the attraction was a very touristy candy shop. And it had the character name on it and everything. But I looked at the portals all around it. Everything was like that was portal. Like, because it's Disney, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know, yeah.
It's all commercial and yeah. So
Disney's the most commercial thing the U.S.
Yeah, you had to pay to get in, and I don't know.
Most commercial thing that humans have ever seen.
There's some of those gray areas where that's why it's not a yes star. You can adjust if you're like, it's 3.
So are y'all hearing any audio, or is that just on my end?
I'm hearing that. It's like clicky.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I do hear a click.
It seems to kind of stop now, but I was just making sure it wasn't just, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what goes on. Anyway, so the AMA answers are out. Go read them. There's, as always, cool stuff to read.
Cool.
It's like a little book.
Like a little book.
You like little books?
I like little books. Is that it?
Did you have any favorites in there?
Books?
Or AMAs, I think.
Oh. AMA. Like, are we talking about books now? The playground one was my favorite of the ones mentioned previously. Does that mean, are we getting the okay here? Like, is everybody going to be trying to get these playgrounds for McDonald's now? Like, is this a thing?
But it all depends on what the collective thinks. Like, just because we think, okay, I might give it a 3, if like other agents give it a 1, it's not going to go.
Right. But I guess by making it aware, like, I mean, we're not really the ones making everybody aware of it, but but this AMA for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that would be awesome. You know, there was a time early on where I took a trip, or I took a couple of different vacations around, and I would drive through different states. And for some dumb reason, this is kind of early on in Ingress. I would submit every single Walmart, and I would make up some name for it every time.
Make up a name
it'd
like
be like
the Huntsville Walmart, or like this is Jim Bob.
No, I made
Walmart.
up names, like actual names. It'd be like the Michael J. Frankton Walmart, and the Jessica Robertson Walmart. Like, I don't even know why I did this, and I submitted probably 80 or 90 of these things. I'd be like, oh my god, there's a Walmart, let me do that one. None of them got through, obviously.
Well, good. Sorry, but good.
It'd be funny if you did that with Circle K's and none of them got through, and then they started the deal with them and they all popped up.
Yeah.
You're like,
all these weird names for no reason. So weird. I forgot about that. Anyway, so yeah, that's fun times.
I submitted a portal this week, the Jarvis Natural Health Clinic. It probably won't make it, but I had to submit it. I mean, come on. It's like
that was pretty good.
If you need your portal cleansed, right?
Yeah.
Use a Jarvis at the. I don't know. Maybe it'll get through. Who knows?
I was showing some of the players, because some of them aren't 10 yet, that we were meeting with when we were doing the fielding tutorial thing, and so I was showing one lady how to do a portal, but I just took a picture of another lady. I was like, portal's name. I put Brooke, and then I put she's awesome, and I almost submitted it, but I didn't, because I didn't know if I'd get in trouble for breaking the rules.
I think it takes more than that, but I mean, we have seen in the past someone posted like some letter where they got, I don't know if they got suspended or banned, but some action happened against them because who knows, maybe they were, submitting D-pics or something.
Oh yeah,
some weenuses.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I know, they're pretty strict about no people, and it was just like, well, I didn't expect it to go through. I just figured it would get rejected right away, but I didn't know if I could get in trouble, so I was like, I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. But yeah, and it would just suck. Have to start over.
Yeah, no.
Like, would you start over?
Would I? Yeah, I'd have to.
That's
good. Yeah.
That's good. Like there's a phrase about.
I'll do it right this time. I don't know.
Oh, you can join Resistance? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, maybe.
We need a Resistance voice. So
that would make the show more interesting, but I would miss all my friends that I've made.
You get them all switched too. I like the cut of your jib. That's the phrase.
Cut of your jib. Wow, gibber. So that's weird. So I did a search in my Gmail for the words Ingress and Walmart, and I see I never delete these things. So all of these submissions, and then all of the denials, I guess, or whatever you would call it. But like the names are Walmart S. Benton, and then I put Walmart T. Gibbers.
I wonder why they didn't get accepted.
Walmart H. Franklin.
Like one start on the name is already a bad start, right?
Yes. I don't know why I even did that. It's so weird.
Well, it's because like back then you didn't have any clue of what was supposed to be a
you're
portal
right.
or not, except for
It was
what
just
you
guesswork.
saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I go back and look at, there's an app that you can get that will scrape your emails. It looks through your emails and then it will tell you like all the portals that you submitted, and it will tell you like when they got accepted or denied and what you still have left over. I was looking for my phone to find the name of it. We'll put it in the show notes. But anyway, that would be interesting to see like your stats and stuff. Like how screwed are your stats? Like mine are horrible just because of that, because I had no clue of what was a good portal or bad portal back then.
Mine go through pretty regularly. I'm usually frustrated when it doesn't go through because I know it should be a portal or I wouldn't have submitted it. But yeah, there's a couple I had to do twice, but just stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also news on the Ingress anime front. Has anybody been keeping up with this at all?
Oh yeah, no. It's like the site's in Japanese, but
well, you should be able. Well, we posted a big article on agentacademypodcast.com with a lot of what's going on. We need to check on some updates, but they're going to have kind of an event. Like I just saw a tweet today from them where there's points for 2 of the characters. So I don't know if that means people found the clues. There's apparently some clues out there somewhere. I don't even know. Like you hack them maybe and get media, but you've got to put 2 together to do something. And then when you do that, it's supposed to unlock videos and stuff of story for these characters. And there's a bunch like listed for each character. And it's kind of cool. Each story is like, you can tell it's geared towards that character, just even the title. So go to Agent Academy Podcast and you can see what's going on so far, or you can go to the ingressanime.com and learn Japanese. They do have an English version, but not of these pages, I believe. So you've got to do the Google Translate, and that's not always so good. Oh yeah, and they do have, so they've unlocked one of these pages too. There's 2 pages unlocked, I see. So I'll translate that later and see what it says. I'm sure
it'll make a lot of sense.
It'll be spot on. Upside down. It'll be like how I do glyphing, or used to do glyphing. I'm much better now. Learning those names. So that's that. That's set rep.
What's in the capsule?
What's in the capsule? What's in the capsule? What's in the capsule? What's in the capsule? What's in the capsule? What's in the capsule? What's in the capsule?
Oh dear. It blew up again.
The capsule.
Okay.
We put that back together.
Get the dustbuster out. Okay, so this time we have some great ones and some not so great ones. Mostly not so great ones. I just love to tell everybody that our ideas suck. Okay, the first one, I think this one might be good. I don't know. I can't tell. It's by GoonieGuy. So
I need more. Elaborate with this idea. Yeah.
So what I was thinking, it kind of goes along with your capsules there, Mr. Fullerton. But it would be nice. I know a lot of people put the same item in their Q cap and put 98 of them and just let them grow. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you have that module capsule, right? That has a little bit of each of the modules. And then it grows something, and you're like, well, damn, what did it grow? Like, I don't know. So if they, like, when you opened it the first time after it grew something, if it did, like, hacking a portal and the boop, a message, and you even see the items pop out of the capsule at you, and a little message that tells you what it was. So you know exactly what grew, and then you can do something with it.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that idea. Because I only have 2 Q caps, and so mine is a mixed bag, like you say. So I always keep mine in multiples of 10, so that I know if I have 11, like or more. Like, okay,
Oh, I see.
it
Yeah.
goes out. Yeah. 5 or 10, depending on. So I keep like, I think I have like 95 on both of mine. It's not ideal, but that's how I can remember
Right.
Okay.
which ones I want to keep and take out of there.
Damn,
So.
I get a little.
Good idea. Good
Yeah,
idea.
I do like that. I like that, and especially if there was a history maybe somewhere. I know that might be too much on the interface, but if you could scroll back through the history and get a sense of what did grow and when. I don't know if that's too
Like
much,
a
but
journal. Right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they have in Pokemon Go, so they could do it.
Oh, like they. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. They already have that. So
They had the technology.
if they choose to use it. Okay. Good one. Good one.
So what about you, Mr. Let's read this one here. Let's see what I don't know what this means. So it could suck really, really bad. Or it
I
could just
think it
suck
might.
a little bit. It may be great. So tell me about it, Agent Soho.
Okay, so how about anybody know what Control Z does on a Windows keyboard, or what is it, Option Z or Command
Undo.
Z?
It's
Right.
the
So
undo
yeah.
command.
So when you type some and you're like, oops, or you delete a file on your desktop and you're like, oops, Control Z, undo. How about undoing mistakes in Ingress too? I know this might break the game, and that's okay. Because sometimes we have to break it to make it better sometimes. So what if you linked something? You're like, oh my God, I just linked the wrong thing. Everybody's going to be angry. Oh my God, I might as well just quit. Oh, wait a minute. There's an undo, but let me click. Oh, there we go. Never mind, everybody. I undid it.
I didn't screw up this whole op with 300 people working on it.
Right? I clicked the little undo button. All is great. Also, if you deploy maybe on something, you can undo, basically you can undo everything. Maybe you can't undo I just blew up a portal, let me undo it. Obviously, that's not really a thing. It might undo maybe the last burster that you just threw out.
What about links? Because I've fat-fingered a link.
I think that would be the main use for this thing, because it's very easy to throw it to the wrong portal. So undoing the last link, you can't do. It's not like Photoshop where you have like 99 undo levels and you're like undo, undo, undo. But just one.
I actually put a bad mod on. I sneezed in the middle of my sneeze, and I put a link amp on.
Oh my God, that's
the
awesome.
thing, and I'm like, oh my God!
You sneezed a link amp. Awesome.
That'd be funny.
Like, why of all the mods is that the random one?
Right?
I think you could screw with people and throw like
better.
multi-million
Anything.
MU fields and then undo it and then throw it and then undo it and then throw it and undo it. And they'd be like,
Yeah, it might be a mess. It would have
That'd
to
be
be
fun.
like on a timer.
Yeah.
And
So
then you could get a badge for how many times you undo something.
right. I
Oh,
think
don't play with
you
him.
are.
He,
I should definitely undo that, your progress too.
Now,
but
does it use an item? Like, is there an item that's like the undo item, so you have to have that to be able to undo something?
yeah, yeah.
You know what that item is?
What?
Jarvis?
It's ADA and Jarvis.
Yeah, right. So it maybe that's the thing. Maybe undo is too powerful, but you should use an item for that. That's not bad. Also, John Rocks in the chat room. Hello, John Rocks. He says if you undo a link, you should lose the key. That's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
A little bit of a deterrent there. Not bad.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Maybe you lose a finger.
Okay, so
knife comes out and just saws off your finger.
yeah, I like that little extractable knife. I like that.
As if you're playing the advanced version of Ingress. That's
I know there's
it's coming
I
in
know
Prime.
there's like a flow of ideas here, and there's no bad ideas in brainstorming, but sometimes there's bad ideas in brainstorming.
What are you trying to say? And
Maybe you should keep all your fingers.
let's talk about these bad ideas and brainstorming. Agent ZeliBeli, what you got for us this week?
I have a bad idea for you.
Sweet.
It is a follow in comms feature. So you open up your little, device and you hit comm, and there's faction and there's alert. I want a follow option on there as well. And it's not like friending. It's following where I could follow specific people. Like I could follow you two because we're so far away. I never see or interact with you at all. But it would be nice if I could see like what you're doing and stuff, because I mean it would be kind of like Twitter. Like I don't necessarily have to friend you, but I can follow you without being a crazy stalker. Yeah.
You just have a feed of all their like what they're doing.
All their just what they're doing.
Yeah, I like that because it's nothing that's not in the game right now. Like I could zoom in your city during the day with the intel map on the web and see that.
He actually does this a lot, not to freak you out, but
I've never thought about it, but yeah, I should check out. I should check out from Alabama. Yeah,
it's like, hey Brent, she just threw a link. I repeat, she just threw. Oh,
like, why do you keep texting this to me? This is so weird, man.
But yeah, I love it. See, man, we had 3 good ideas.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know about the finger getting cut off thing, but
yeah,
come on now. They can't all be
that was
gold.
a variation of an idea, but yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, good job. So everybody else in this, we apparently didn't have any submissions this week. You can always submit at agentacademypodcast.com. Just look at the links at the top. There's one for submit stuff. So submit stuff. And we do have some calls. So let's get to this next section where people call in.
Comms.
It's so weird. Comms. It sounds like he's tired, like the tired robot. Comms.
Sounds like he's gonna eat something.
Yeah. Nom.
Yeah.
It's a code for you. So we got a couple call-ins. First, though, we have one here. We did get one review this week from Gun5M1TH or Goonsmith. However you want to say that. It says it was a podcast review, and it said Ingress podcast news, tips, tricks, and ideas. This podcast reviews all the recent Ingress news as well as proposing new ideas for the game submitted via mini channels. So thank you for reviewing the podcast. That's always cool.
Factual too. Yes.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you, Gunsmith. Sweet.
And then we had a couple YouTube comments. Agent Arctic Rebel was kind enough to post the link to the audibletrial.com/Agent Academy and said for anyone who is lazy like me and would rather click the sponsor link than they would type it in. So thank you. And that is also on the website. Down at the bottom, there's a link straight to the Audible Trial. And I'm telling you, the book, there's an Ingress book, the Niantic Project, where you're being read to by Ada, and it's just kind of cool, in my opinion. And you can go get it free. So go get it free.
Yeah, that would be like the lady's voice in the scanner, right? So you're like hearing her like read you a bedtime story.
Yeah, and I've listened to it like 5 times now. Like anytime I'm on like a big op, because it's not a super long book. I think it's only like 15 hours. It's just fun to listen to when you're like on an op. It's like just you're part of the story now. Anyway,
right? That's cool.
You want to read? Yeah, got this one. Can we do it?
Agent Temerlo. He said, "Nice info. Thanks. Love the robot part. Funny. What was the robot part?
I think when the audio was cutting out. I think
that's when Zeli turned into a robot. Okay, that was
my fun audio thing.
So you need to do that some more. We had some audio issues this time too, but that was, I think, on my end. I got to talk to my son. He's probably up there. He's playing WoW and probably downloading some prawn. So I'll have to have a little discussion with him after the show. It's impacting the show, son.
Yeah.
Also, you want to read this last one here?
JBJ Blaze. Yeah, Zeli.
JBJ Blaze. Thank you. Subscribe.
I was wondering if you were going to say that.
Why? That's how you have to say it.
That's true.
I love it.
Yeah, that's like a lot. Just subscribed with the tier 1 sub, and he has subscribed for 9 months in a row. Thank you so much.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, JBJ. Blaze.
He said to woohoo, 3/4 of a year, subscribe to this academy. It's been a pleasure to be a student here. And I don't know why a student in quotes.
In quotes.
He's like, 'cause I'm not learning shit.
Yeah.
Students learn stuff. Sorry, didn't mean to curse there.
Well,
Came out that way.
well, maybe we can learn stuff in the future.
Learn some naughty words. Or anyway, so we had a couple call-ins too. Here we go. The first one is from Agent Dewey J.
Hey, agents, just something I was thinking about. If there was a way that you could click on a link in the Intel map and then maybe right-click or something and find out who threw that link, just be helpful to figure out who did what. Thanks.
Who threw the shit link? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
He wants to know.
He wants to know who did that.
Inquiring agents.
That's a pretty good one. Like it has a tag or some kind of a note or something, like maybe you long hold on a link or some way it happens. But I kind of think that's cool because in the game you can see who deploys what mods are deployed, who owns that. You can see everything really, but you can't see links. So
yeah,
I say, why not cut his finger off?
You know,
That
one
was
thing?
because. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, last week I ran into a situation where that would have been useful, where my husband had fully deployed a portal, 2 portals actually, but I asked him, he's like, because there was this link in my way, and I'm like, hey, he's like, I didn't do that. I did not throw that link, and it was because it was a really long rando, and I kind of was like, I wonder who threw that. But
you've been blaming him for weeks now. Like
I didn't blame him. I was just like, hey. Actually, it wasn't. It was just a simple thing. Like, hey, do you mind letting the link die? And like, I didn't care that he threw it. I was just gonna wait. But,
well, and that's a good point.
He's like, I didn't do that.
Like when you need a link to drop, but you don't know who to talk to. I mean, I guess you can see who's got resos
Who owns the
on
portal?
it.
Yeah.
And then like hit up each of those people and be like, hey, can you not recharge on this, please?
Like, just recharge 2 of them. Recharge 2 of the reso, so you still own it, but the link will drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's a good tip. Mm-hmm. Should save that for our new segment. Oh yeah, new segment. What?
What? Do we have a bumper for it?
Well, we got another call.
No, it's
yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I was just getting excited. All this talk about portals and stuff.
Hey guys, Agent Mikey 81689 here. I was wondering what your guys' schedule was. It doesn't say on your Twitch or your YouTube thing, and I would like to know your schedule. If you can just like post it in your like Facebook or Twitter or whatever, much appreciated.
So, I normally get up about 5:30, and then I get my coffee, and then I take a shower, and then I
get up at 5:30 as well. Yeah.
Let's see, yeah, and then I go to work. Well, usually I play Ingress for an hour or 2, depending on how early I get out, and then I go to work, and then I work, and I probably not that schedule, right?
I was just like waiting, like, what else did you do? When do you ever go to the bathroom? I don't think you mentioned that. Oh, interesting.
Well, I don't schedule that, sir. So it just has a schedule of its own.
Okay.
But I think right now we're trying to do Wednesday nights recording and then show out on Friday. So usually late Thursday, so it's ready for you Friday in the morning, and that way we're not getting it on different days. It's like trying to keep a schedule. In the past, we kind of just recorded as we could, but with 3 of us, it's easier to just kind of like set a date. So currently that's Wednesday. So if you want to watch this live, come to twitch.tv on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central, and we will try to tweet out every week. If we're doing our jobs, we will.
Yep.
And then episodes will come out on YouTube between then and Friday. And then the podcast will come out on Friday morning or Thursday night. So look for it Friday morning, though. Does that sound about right?
That's about right.
Yeah. I mean, life happens occasionally, but for the most part, that's what we're striving for. So
we're strivers.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay.
So we don't have a bumper for this segment. We don't have a name for this segment. But it's like tips and tricks for Ingress. And just things that, because we had that comment last week, wasn't it? Or week before last, whenever. We had someone who, basically, they wanted more, like, information. They wanted more ops, videos. And then we've had in the past people wanting more tips and like, how to actually play the game and not our schedules on when we go poop.
An academy that teaches.
Right. It's in the name. It's weird.
It's a game. Yeah.
So anyway.
I like it.
We're going to send you a tip every week, and feel free to send us your own tips, and we'll that way we'll throw a tip out there, and then we'll throw everybody else's tips out there, and it'll make us all better agents in the end. The Global Agent Academy Classroom. Anyway. So, I don't know which one of these to do. Does anybody have one they want to?
We're just going to do one. First one. Just do the top one, because that's a good one. It's one Yeah.
This is one that I've actually been running into a lot this week is especially like during the event when you're like double AP for building up the portals and stuff. You run out of 4s a lot because you like when you get past level 8, you're making level 5 portals all the time. Just when you fill it up. So you don't get a lot of 4s. So if you need to hack like 4 rezos, just put 87655 and then, long hack at that point before you fill it up with anything else. And that way you can really get more 4s, and then you can add whatever you want on it. Like if I'm not trying to build something up, I'll throw my 1s on at that point just so I have 4s for when I need them.
Just to fill it up, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that works. If you glyph hack and do that, you really don't need to keep that many 4s on you because you'll be acquiring enough to put those 2 on there, and then fill it up, after you get your 4s there, and it's fine, and that saves you some space too.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because I'll find I'll look down, I'll be like, okay, so I have 180 like level 8s, and I'm like, I'm not going to use all those, so I don't know if y'all have a set level which I'll try to keep at, but I try to do 100 of 8s, and then around 100 of 7s, and then I actually flip that 50-50 and then 100. So
wow.
Then a double up, yeah.
I'm looking. Yeah, I'm bad at that. I have 244 level 8 resonators. Way too many.
Wow.
You don't need that many. What are you gonna do?
You come from the land of 8s everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're farming that many, you really It's
but that's the problem.
I'll
have tons of 8s, and then nothing else. I would kill for some 6s.
Kill for some 6s. You got to find friends. You've got tons of friends. You made them. You
Problem
made
is
agents.
We
ZeliBeli's Agent Factory.
We zip past the level 8 portals. We gotta hold back and make some level 6 portals.
Right, and frack them. That would suck to just have to. I got
Sixes.
fracked level 6 portals.
Fracking levels.
And a bunch of level 6 cubes and
frick a frack.
Frickin' a frack. Okay. So bing bing.
So this next one is cool.
We're only doing one.
Oh, okay.
That'll be next week.
Next week.
It appears we have found something interesting. Media acquired.
Media? We here at Agent Academy love to pick up media. In fact, we should just empty our entire inventory and fill it up with 2,000 pieces of media.
2,000.
Because we love it so much. And we're going to share it with you. In fact, ZeliBeli is going to share it with you. You found something really cool this week.
Yeah, my media, it's 2,000 isn't enough. So I also go into Instagram and and try and find more ingressing goodness to fill my life. And so there is a fella. He is a drop artist.
I never even heard of that.
I know. That's cool.
I just made it up. I don't know.
Sounds legit.
That's what he is. His name, I'm going to butcher. Miyatyasu. I will put that in the show notes because it's really hard to say. Yeah, for the video viewing people there, you can kind of see it. It is spelled, but people in the audio version though are probably driving or something. I don't know if it would help to spell it, but Miyatayasu is his Instagram name, and he makes really cool pictures by dropping items from the game, from Ingress, and it's really impressive. Some of it's creative. He's got a dress on there. He's got a yin yang. He's got some really cool stuff on there. Sometimes it pertains to, some holiday or something like that.
30% off.
Yeah.
I wonder if that QR code works. Anybody try that?
Oh, that would be cool. I don't know. That's pretty cool that you can drop things that accurately. I mean, I suppose he's probably picking up a lot.
It's hard. I tried to write a message to a blue once who kept driving by and blowing up the place where I work. So I was just gonna write hi and then his agent name. I was like sitting out there and I'm like, this is impossible because it wasn't falling right. And I thought it would be so easy because this guy's art is so good. I'm like, well, it must be pretty easy. And then I'm sitting there walking in the grass, and then a couple coworkers who don't play Ingress saw me and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing.
Why'd you write FU in the...
No, I was just going to say hi. I'm
but
not
it fell wrong,
angry.
right? That's the story. It fell wrong. I don't know. I was trying to say hi. No, that's...
I was just going to say hi because he always comes... He always drove by at night and blew up where we worked at the time. So I was just going to say, hey.
Wow, this guy's really cool. I'm following him right now.
He has hardly any followers too. Nobody knows about him. He's so good.
Yeah, so everybody follow him. And then also say, hey, Agent Academy sent me here, because how cool would it be if he did an art of our logo?
That'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
It's kind of cool to see what items he does drop. Like he'll draw lines with keys, and then he'll fill it in with Aegis shields. I'm like, that's an expensive piece of artwork right there. Cool.
Yeah, he must. Obviously, he must pick it all up when he's done, but he also must play in an area where people don't know he's making the drop art.
Right? It's like, ooh, he's out there again. Go follow him, right? You go follow him and take all this stuff. Man, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, some of these do have portals, but a lot of them don't. So yeah, I think you're right. I think he's like, I'm using some rare stuff. Let's don't do this around. All these Circle Ks, I don't see a portal anywhere nearby. Barely any XM. Smart.
Wow.
And it looks like he's resistance. Right? Because he's a blue triangle.
Right, true.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's got so many here. This is just
keeps going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The craziest thing.
I'm not going to show them all because you need to go there and sign up, but I'm going to go to the last one and see if there's a date on it. Oh my God, they keep going. Look at them.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Holy crap.
So it looks like the first one was created this year in February.
So he's a new account. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe he's been taking the pictures for a long time.
He's been at it for what, 8 months?
That one's good. I love that one. The flowers. So pretty. But anyway.
It's pretty.
Well,
cool.
cool.
It's a new thing. He's
Good
doing one
follow.
a day until next February, and he's done. No, he's not.
I hope he doesn't quit. It's really awesome.
So everybody follow and go look at it.
Miyatyasu. Yeah.
Let us know which one's your favorite. Okay. That takes us to the end of the show. I'm not going to play the long bumper because we've been running long, and it needs to be updated anyway. So thanks, everybody, for coming to the show. We do have an achievement once again for episode 32, and it is AA081518AA. Just go to the website and you can put that in on the episode, or if you know how to find the episode 32 badge, you can. It's already there. You can enter it there. So, thanks for doing that. We do have new stickers. If
I want one.
I will send you one. Anyone else who wants one, we're going to find a way to sell them or hand them out at anomalies or something. And if there's resistance that wants them, we'll make some resistance ones too. I just didn't know how much like people would want these, so I didn't want to just like, spend a bunch of money and then have a bunch of resistance stickers on my desk just sitting here staring at me every week. What else?
What if we did like a dead drop? We put them in secret locations at Circle K's.
I'm just gonna start putting them on people's cars.
No matter if they play or not.
What is anal?
Anal?
Oh, what's anal on my car?
Anal?
It's weird.
Anal?
What does that mean?
It's kind of gross when you say it like anal.
Yeah. I don't think I want that in my car.
It's better than res.
It's kind of not.
I was gonna say I don't know actually now.
Okay, so anyway, there's new shirts. Also, you can get the "Do the Moo" in the Mountain Dew font. I don't know. I could throw in jail for that one. But anyway, it's out there. Go look for it. It's fun stuff. It's on our Facebook, I think. But that's about it. Anybody have anything else before we close it out?
No, but no.
See you later. Everybody have a good week, and we'll see you.
Bye, everyone.
Next
Bye.
Wednesday.